Hi darlings, and welcome back to my makeup garden. It's Liz. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Liz. That's me. I am a houseplant assassin, although I have not killed any recently, so things are looking up. And I just like to play with makeup. So we're going to get ready with me today. I have next to me the Steff's Beauty Stash and Gourmande Girls. This is a Nueva Vida palette. So we're going to play with this. I've been using it pretty regularly, just trying to get my thoughts on it. I have filmed Get Ready With Me's. I've filmed 2 separate Get Ready With Me's with this palette, okay? And something was wrong with both of them. Either the audio quality was bad or the picture froze somewhere. Whatever the case, it looked not great. And it was really just me rambling for like 20 plus, actually the last one was like 40 minutes of me just rambling for no reason getting ready. So yes, this is yogurt, so get your mind out of the gutter. I have a toddler and he's very yogurt touchy feely. Anyway, we're gonna get ready. So let's grab a brush. I think I want to start with like, should we start with the crease or the transition? I kind of want to put this in my, here's the deal. I keep wanting to do like the same 5 looks. Let's do this, but we're going to use a white base for this. We're going to do that in the inner corner. So let's start with the transition. We're going to go into this shade here. So I've played with, that's not the right brush. Let me grab the right brush. Okay, so I'm grabbing this BK Beauty 202 and we're going to go into the shade Dr. Pharr. And we're going to put that in my crease, I think. I think that's where we're going to start today. So let's do this here. This is the first collab palette, which is kind of surprising, from SteffsBeautyStash. She's been a creator on YouTube for a long time. She does a lot of foundation reviews. So if you're curious about like different foundations and whatnot, she does a lot of that kind of thing. Concealer, she's really good about those. So she partnered with Gourmande Girls. They're both Texas-based. Like she's based out of Texas, and Gourmande Girls is a Texas-based beauty company. And yeah, so they created this palette, and then this little icon here, this little symbol, and like the artwork. Don't mind the chaos that is my desk. That symbol and the palette like cover were designed by Doodles by the Bunny, who has been a long-time creator and partner with Gourmande Girls. And she's been around for a long time creating like, creating palettes with brands, but also creating like mock palettes. And some of her mock palettes, I'm like, yes, make that. So it's cool to see them all kind of come together and, you know, create a pretty color story. I love the color, like how bright the colors are. I will say in my experience using this palette, that these bright colors are really kind of like, they're not as pigmented as I want them to be. I want them to be like, you put them on and they're like, oh, damn. They're not quite that. They're a little easier to work with than that. Like, meaning I think you can get away with more with the shades because they're not as pigmented, but I want them for my preferences to be like almost garish, you know? So these are a little bit easier to work with, I think. If you're not into a really bold look, you can just choose to put a primer down or not, but I would like to be ridiculous. Okay, so we're gonna go in. I think I wanna go the blue and green route today. This purple has a lot of pink in it, so it blends out really nicely with like this peachy pink. I've done that before. But I do want to try it with this blue today because I haven't tried this one yet. This one is called H2O. And I don't know if anybody else, if your brain goes straight to the water boy, but that's where my brain goes. So Steph from SteffsBeautyStash is always doing, always enter videos by telling people to drink their water. That's kind of a thing for her. Like she's like, hydrate, drink your water. So when I saw that she put this shade in here, and it actually made me laugh because I'm like, yeah, girl, I see you. Okay. This blue has a lot of white in it. So I think it's just gonna take me a little bit more. I just have to start blending a little bit lower. It's an interesting shade though, because it kind of cooled down that purple. So that purple has a lot of pink in it, so it was leaning a little bit warm. And I feel like using this blue to blend it out is kind of giving 2002 vibes. You know what I mean? Like where we would put like the white. Well, I wouldn't. I was around then. I wasn't allowed to wear makeup. So 2002, I was not even still allowed to wear makeup. I'm 37 now, so how old was I? 16 then? Yeah. Not allowed to wear makeup. Okay. All right. Cute. I think that blended out well. I have no complaints. It's very like white based, but once you recognize that and you can blend, it actually kind of lightened up that purple a little bit and kind of, I don't know, I kind of like it. Okay, I do want to deepen up the outer V here into this shade Cooper here, which is kind of like a deep blurple. Blurple. Yeah, that. It's a nice blue purple. I've used the orange a little bit, but I kind of want to test the orange to its limits too, but I don't think this is going to be the color story for that. I'll probably pair that with, I don't know, maybe that pink and do the same thing first, but let's start with this. I will say this shade Cooper is not like the easiest shade to work with immediately. It is like it's a dark color, so it works fine, but you do have to build it up a little bit and just kind of, it's definitely like meant to be a deepening shade. I would not say I would use this shade all over my face though. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't use it all over the lid, but on the outer corner, I think it's fine, but without a primer anyway, because y'all know I don't want to wear one. I don't want to wear one. Okay. See, that just deepens up nicely. I don't want to blend it out too much. I just kind of want it concentrated on the outer corner there. Yeah. What are we going to put on our lid? That's going to be the question. I know what I would like to do, but I kind of want to do something completely different than that. I always reach for this shade, which is called Island Time. It is the prettiest lid shade. So it seems to me, anyway, in my experience with Gourmande girls, there's always that one shade in their palette that I just want to use constantly. In the Nightflower, is it Nightflower? Nightshade palette, Nightshade. In the Nightshade palette, it was that shade Flowering, that really shifty, bright, yellowy, magnificent piece of engineering. With that palette, it was that. And I just feel like in every palette, there's always that one. And Island Time in this palette is that shade for me. I just want to put it all over all the time. And I kind of almost think I should put the green on first and then put on the blue. So let's do that. So let me grab a brush to put this on my inner corner because I don't like the little applicator that comes with this. It's too much. Okay, I think I can get away with this pencil brush by Blend Bunny. So let's go into the shade here. This is the Matte Fluid Eye Paints by About Face. And this color is called Incoming. And it's a yellow. It's like a nice sunny yellow. We're not going to use too much of this because it could very easily get out of hand. So I'm just put it on the back of my hand and I'm just going to dip my brush into it. I just want that light base for that bright green. In my experience, that bright green needs that light base. All right. How far up should I go? What do you think? I mean, I guess you're not going to answer me, so I'll just do what I want to do. I guess I could do a yellow-green cut crease with this. I mean, I could, as I already started. Okay, 2016 has called, and they have demanded you bring the cut crease back. I guess that's what we're going to do. I am putting this yellow because I would like to use it as the base for that bright green. I'm going to need more. I was not anticipating. This was not the path I was choosing originally, but it is the path we're taking. I kind of like the yellow with it, honestly. Oops, I dropped it, so hopefully I don't need more. I'm gonna need more. Okay. I'm just doing this very lightly because I don't want too much product on there. Because if I put too much, then it'll be like challenging for me, you know? Okay, let's start the other eye. Let's hope we can get these pretty even. It's the evenness that's tricky, not the initial eye. Oops. I'm just following the area of my crease. And then filling in. Did I go a little overboard on this side? Well, maybe. Maybe I did. But you know, it is what it is. It's gonna be okay. It's just makeup, it washes off. All right, so let's let that set just a little bit, and I will grab another brush and we're gonna go into this color green. And then maybe we'll put shimmers on the lid a little bit over that and kind of see what happens. Like I think I wanna put Island Time. I think I wanna put that other blue, so let's see. Let's see what we can put together here. Let me grab a brush. I'm gonna use this brush here. This is like just an eyeshadow brush. This is by 203 by Vacay. I think this is, yeah, it's set down enough, I think. So let's go into Weekend Vibes here, and we're gonna use that to basically go over the yellow. Just kind of see, yeah, I like that. Oh yeah. And I'm just gonna like try to tap along the edges there. So yeah, I like that. Look how fun that is. I'm kind of tempted to leave it like just that pop and then leave the yellow and then put the shimmers over the yellow. It's almost like toxic green over that yellow base. I like that though. Is my cut creasing a little bit sloppy? It sure is. Yep, I would say it is. But it's not something I do very often, and it's gonna be okay. Maybe this look is gonna need lashes though. Do kind of think it's gonna need lashes. All right, this is kind of fun. A little bit scary, but fun. Like scary for anyone watching. All right. Okay. I think I could very easily hit pan on this shade because I feel like you need a lot to really like get it to do what you want it to do, you know? Okay. Let's blend along that. I guess I could have blended along the edge of that yellow when it was setting down, but I didn't really give myself time for that. Okay, well, we're gonna put shimmer over it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I think over this, let's take our specular. This is by Divina. The specular shimmer primer, and I am gonna put that over what we just did, only on like this part of the eye, so that I can get the shimmers that I would like to do what I want to do. It seems like a lot of product in like a small area, but I'm very curious of how they're gonna overlap. So, because I definitely want to put that blue shimmer on. I am in the habit of using a glitter primer, because I'm older, I'm 37, and I have these creases on my eyes, and things the creases like to eat my eyeshadow. It's just kind of what they do. And no shame in my game. Okay, do you want to put it? I want to put sparkles on my lid. I do. So we're gonna go into Island Time, and we're gonna put that on the inner part of our eye, like the inner corner there. Not like the inner corner, like the first third of our eyelid. Like, it's just so pretty. Ooh, yes. Indeed. Ooh, you touch my tra-la-la. Ooh, my ding-ding-dong. Look how pretty that is. Ooh. I don't know if you can see how sparkly it is. It's very sparkly. This Island Time shade, I think that this shade is pretty unique in my collection. I don't have a lot of things like this. It's like seafoam green with like purple and blue kind of shift. It's really pretty. I do think it works really well with the shades that are in this palette. Like the tones that they chose for this shade work really well with everything else in the palette. Because this seafoam green and like purple goes with the pinks, and I do think in that regard it's cohesive. I feel like this shade feels a little out of the cusp of normal range, you know, of what I would normally think would pair, but you know, orange and blue are such fun shades together, you know. Dun, 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 dun. My sports fans know. Ooh, I do like that. I think that's fun. You still get that pop of the neon green, but you have the sparkle with it, and I like that. Okay, let's go into Vacay All Day. I don't know how blue this is going to show up on the eye. I think last time I used it, it showed up really purple on the lid, so let's hope it shows up a little bit more blue. But if not, we'll just go with it. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, me likey. This one is called Vacay All Day. This like blue, purpley, shifty. I like it. Just a little bit of overlap, I think, is really like, brings out the blue. So it almost looks like there's a third shimmer on the lid, but there's not. It's only the 2 shimmers on the lid so far. I say so far because, you know, we're not done, right? Like, I haven't decided if there will be a third one, but dang, I like this. I never used to layer my shadows like this, but I think the more experience I have and the more comfort I have playing with eyeshadows, that it's more appealing to do that now. Ooh, I really like that combo. That is real pretty. Is my application the neatest? No. Does it have to be? No. But I do think it's really cute. Okay, let's do something on the lower lash line. Let me go ahead and clean that up. I have a little fuzzy thing here. Let's see. Kind of want to do just kind of simple on the bottom because the top is so garish, but yes, I am looking at, you know why? Because it's my face and I'm not a professional makeup artist. So, and I'm out of micellar water. I got to go to the store. So, okay. On the lower lash line, I'm kind of thinking, oh, I do like that. I kind of want to do this shade and maybe some of this shade there. Let's grab a small brush. This one is the 106. Is this 104 or 106? 104 from Divina. I've really enjoyed this for my lower lash line. It's really easy to use, like super easy to use. Okay, I'm going to start with Dreamer, which is this like lighter purple color. And I'm going to start with that, and we're going to put this along my lower lash line, and then we'll add the darker color in the outer corner over here. I just love how purples, how like brown they make my eyes look. They really do just, they're so flattering on brown eyes. It brings out the warmth in your eyes, you know? I think this purple is a nice enough shade of purple. Like the tone is, it doesn't make me look exhausted or bruised. And that's for sure a perk because it doesn't take much to make me look exhausted. I'm not going to do the rest of my makeup. We're just playing with eye makeup today, friends. So it's okay that this video is like probably too long, but we're just hanging out. So, oh, okay. I like how this is. I kind of feel like I need to add something to my lower lash line here to balance out the sparkles. So let's grab probably that same brush that I used the yellow with, honestly. Let's just wipe that off a little bit. And I think I want to grab some of this purple shade here and just add just the tiniest amount to my lower waterline there. I think that's going to work. Or should I do the pink? No, let's do that purple. It's really light. It's really fun. Okay, we're going to go into, it's called Blessed. These, I will say these shimmers, if you're not using your finger, if you're using a brush, they're really kind of soft. You like really have to like dig in and all right. Let's see. Let's add this to the other side. Ooh, yes, bitch. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that is the wrong color. I must put that blue on there. Might be. Cute. I like this. I like it a lot, a lot. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add liner and lashes, and I will be right back with a completed look. And then we'll throw some lip oil on and move on with our day. All right, darlings, I'm back. So this is a completed look using Nueva Vida. I think this is my favorite one so far. I think this has to be my favorite one so far. So I finished it off with a little throwback, the Urban Decay 24/7 liner pencils. I still love these. On my waterline, and this is a silver color, and I thought it would play off of the purple and the silvery blues. You can't really see it unless the light hits it just right, but I think it worked. I did put on some Ardell Demi Wispies because they're the OG. Let's not pretend. They're the OG. And some Roller Lash by Benefit. This is such great mascara. It doesn't quite give me the volume that I want unless I layer it, but it is a good mascara. But not like full price. We'll see. I'm going to put in some of this Juvia's Place lip oil just for a little balance, you know? That's going to be the completed look. That's all we're doing today, friends. I love your faces. Thank you so much for being here. I think that the more that I use this palette, once I like figure out how to use it, I like it. So the only shade in here that I kind of really I haven't reached for it one time yet, and is this one here. I almost feel like this would be better if it was a black shade, or even like an almost black navy blue, or an almost black like forest green, instead of this brown, because I feel like the brown isn't really necessary for the tones that are here, but maybe that's just me. And then this, I kind of wish this had like a little bit of something else. It's very much just a silver inner corner shade, but I find myself not wanting to reach for it with the shades that were here. But I do really like the colors. The color combo is really fun. And I do feel really inspired by this color story. So I think they did a really good job. Like I said, I've tried to film a Get Ready With Me using this palette at least twice and deleted it because it just wasn't good. But my darlings, I hope you enjoyed the look today. If you have this palette, put out and use it. And then also, if you don't have this palette, what is a palette that you would use instead of this? Tell me in the comments below because I'm always curious. And we'll try to do another Get Ready With Me in the next couple of days or so. I love your faces, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.